And when you grow something, it's good to know how it's going and what you're growing. And so that rhymed. Alright, so today is about Google Data Studio and how to use data from Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and from YouTube in order to, populate your Data Studio report. So let's get to it. So we are going to spend today and Thursday on creating a dashboard that will help us follow our growth, and the dashboard will look like this. So we will collect data from YouTube, from Google Analytics, from Google Search Console, and from Facebook. And we are going to do these 3 today, and then we are going to do this one on Thursday because it requires that we actually download and change some data, or I've prepared a spreadsheet for you so that you can only copy and paste your data into that spreadsheet, and it takes care of the calculations for you. But that is for Thursday. Today we are going to start by populating this attention report. I'm going to show you how to connect a data source to a Google Data Studio, and then I am going to show you how to set up this part of the acquisition and then possibly this part of the conversion report. I'm just going to show you these things. I'm going to show you some samples of how to connect it and select different data sources and then do some filtering. And once I've done that, the rest of the stuff is just design and selecting what data you actually want to look at. This report will be available through a link, so you'll be able to have a look at it and see whether or not this is something that you'd like to use. So let's get into it. So you go to datastudio.google.com, you create an account, and then you come in and you hit blank. You open this up. Now the first thing that we want to do is we want to give this a name, and we're gonna call it the Jesper Astrom growth dashboard. Now I'm going to connect it to a data source because this doesn't actually have any data to do any visualizations with. So I need to connect it to some data source, and you hit it down here, you create new data source. And let's start with Google Analytics. So we have Google Analytics here, we click select, then I search for my account. There we go, that's my site, that's my website, and that's the main property. Then I click connect, and now it says that we have all of these things from Google Analytics that they want to read, and we just hit add to report. Now we see this thing in front of us, and it's 4x3 and landscape. So if you are using the 4x3 PowerPoint template, then this is a good format for you. I, however, use the 16:9 landscape format, so I choose that because the good thing if you do that from the beginning is that you can export these and download them and use them as your annual, weekly, monthly, whatever reports that you actually are doing. Up here you can add pages. So now I have a page 1, which I'm gonna rename it to start page overview. And then the second page here, I'm gonna call it attention. And then we are gonna add another page, and we're gonna call it acquisition. In acquisition, I want to keep all of the data, as we can see here. I want to keep all of the data that is about how I acquire traffic and how it comes to my page. So I have things like landing pages for goal completions. I have landing pages for only referrals, meaning people who have linked to me. And then I have Google landing pages, which are for only search terms. So I can follow up and see where are people landing depending upon what source they're coming from. Then I have an overall traffic source down here, and then I have new versus returning visitors here. You can pretty much set this up the way that you want to, but these are the ones that I find important. And why? Well, if I know the landing page of, let's say, someone who has a referral here, or when I get a link to my website, someone has referred traffic to my website, then I realize what people are willing to recommend on my website. And so they're willing to recommend the start page, and then they're willing to recommend the marketplace tutorial, the groups guide, the 7 facts about your page username, and things like that. That's what they're willing to recommend. If I know that, then I can create more content like that, or update the pages that I've created who aren't like that into a more shareable fashion so that people will actually want to recommend random. Then in terms of Google, I can check out which are the pages that actually make sense in terms of Google rankings. Let's see if we can create one of these things. Let's start out by just aggregating the sessions here. Or before we even do that, let's put this little thing up here. This is the date picker. And it's very good to have the date picker on your page. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You just hit here and then you go and put it over there. You decrease it in size like that. And now you have your date picker. If you do you can also set preset date range. And for this purpose, we're going to use last year. So that's going to be the preset. But once you hit view here, you can always change that to be the view that you actually want it to. So we hit edit here. Now we're back in edit mode. And let's add our first element, which is the number of sessions. You go up here, add chart, scorecard. Then you have it. Those are the sessions. Now, these are the number of sessions that occurred between January 1st and December 31st. And I've connected it so it picks the information from the Google Analytics account, and then it posts it here into my dashboard. So that's nice, but it doesn't look very great. It's there at least. Then if I want to compare it to the previous period, as in I want to compare it to the year 2017, what I do here is that I hit comparison date range. I just hit previous period. I hit apply. And you see a little comparison. And that's the Ushka color. You want that to be green. You will see that later as well. Now I can hit view here. I can go in and I can just have a look at December 2018. It's here, December 1st to the 31st, apply, and I can see that I had 2000 sessions in December. So that's now we've begun creating our dashboard. So let's add another table here. Let's add this thing right here. We want to look at the landing pages with goal completions, meaning the landing pages where people landed before they made a conversion on my website. So we have a look at that. We pull it out, and then we go here, and instead of source, we write landing, scroll down, landing page. And there we have sessions. Now we want to add a metric which is goal completions. There we have it. So now we have the sessions, now we have the goal completions, and as you can see, it's sorted by the number of sessions, but I want it to be sorted by goal completions. So I pull this down there, I hover it, and then it's sorted by goal completions. Now, as you can see, it doesn't look this yellow and pretty yet, and it doesn't say landing page versus goal completion on top. So what the first thing I do is that I change this name into landing page this goal completion, and like so, and then I will change the color of this, the style of this, and then I go over to style up here and I hit this thing and I change the headline there, and then the text became a little bit invisible, so I'll make it black. Boom. Now let's go back, let's check it so that this works as well. We just do January for this year. We go January there, and oops, there and there. Great. So it changed as well. Okay. Go back into edit mode. So now you know how to actually add something. You select the dimension, which in this case was the landing page, and then you select sessions and goal completions, and that should be enough for that table. Now we're gonna create this. A landing page is only for Google traffic, and then we have to apply a filter for that. So we're gonna go over here. I usually do this, since I'm gonna work with landing pages again, I go and hit Control C, Control V, so that I copy and paste this. Very useful. And instead of well, actually I'm gonna remove the name here, so it's gonna be landing, Google traffic landing pages. We hit enter, and I still want sessions and goal completions. However, I only want the traffic that is here under channels. That is organic search. Actually, I even want to go deeper than that. I want to go to source medium so that it's only Google organic. So I will go into my page here, and then I will hit add a filter, and then Google organic. Select the field. We saw that here. It says source medium. Go over here. Right, source medium. There it is. That contains. We have a look again. Contains Google organic. So we just mark this up, copy it, and then paste it into here, and then we hit save. Boom. Now it's only the pages that come from the source Google Organic. So now I can look at the SEO traffic from Google individually. And that you can do for essentially every single view that you have here. And so that's what I've done for this, for the referral page. And so let's just add this one as well, because it looks a little bit different. That one is in the chart, and you add it like a pie. Pull it out here, and we call it user type. Boom. And you see that it's the number of sessions here, but it looks ugly. So we're going to style, and this time you're going to manage dimension value colors. You open that up, and you go down to new visitors down there. I want to have that as orange, and then I want this one to be yellow, and there we go. Close this. We're gonna give the label a red color. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna give it a purple color. Yes, purple and orange go so well together. You get the point. Right, so there you've seen how we've created that. Now, let's move over to, with this information, with this knowledge that I've just shared, you can pretty much create any of these pages out here, right? So there is nothing that you fetch from these that are different. So let's go over to the attention bit here. Now we're going to connect a different source. So that I'm going to do, and I'm going to go over here and hit attention. I'm going to hit, because I want to see what are people searching for where I end up in Google search. And I want to understand how much of that traffic am I getting. So what I'm doing now is that I'll go in here, I'll remove this data source, click select data source, create a new data source, and then I go to Search Console instead. And I hit Jasper Astrom. I don't remember which one it's. Site impressions, connect, let's see. Site CTR, yes, it seems to be correct. Add to report. And now we go back here. As you see, it's invalid. You need to remove all these pinkies. So what I want to see is, I want to see what query people are using. I want to see how many clicks I get. I want to see how many impressions it has. And I want to see my site CTR. Those are the three things I want to see. So now I can see what people are searching for in Google, where my website is somewhere in the search. Actually gonna put average position down here as well. So now I want to see what my average position for each of these keywords are. Now I can sort this by average position, and I can make it both descending as it is right now, or I can make it ascending, so I get every number one position that I have. And I can make it for the site CTR, So essentially I can make this into anything that I want it to be for this. Why is this reporting important? Well, it's important because it helps us analyze where we have opportunities and where we are losing a lot of traffic, especially let's say that we have a lot of impressions. Let's use impressions here, and we're gonna sort this descending by impressions. So you see here, for digital marketing blog per year I have 1,612 impressions, but I only have a 0.12 CTR and an average position of 48. I would say that there are tons and tons of searches for digital, because my average position is on like the 4th and 5th page of Google, and I still managed to get 2 clicks and 1,600 impressions. So what I want to do is I want to climb these rankings and figure out how I should do that. SEO tutorial, the same thing, blah blah blah. Here we have someone where I rank number 5, Facebook group types. Well, maybe I should try to rank that to number 3 and get some more. It gives me an idea of what to do next. What else did I have here? Oh yeah, I can look at it over time to see whether or not my SEO is performing better or worse. So here we go, we don't do clicks, we do impressions, like that. Like so. So here you can see my impressions in the search engine, and I copy this, paste it, and I want to see site CTR over time. That will give me an implication as to whether or not I'm writing good headlines. So you see, that's how I build the report for attention. Now, how do I add YouTube? Let's look in acquisition again. What I'll do is that I'll go up to resources here, and I hit manage added data resources, add a data resource, and I come down here and I hit YouTube analytics, my channel, I hit that one, and I hit connect. You see, it's the same process for all of these. Connect, add to report. Right, so now I go add chart, and I'm gonna add a table, and I'm gonna change this data source to YouTube Analytics. I go back, see again these red little fields, I need to change them. I remove those, and I write, here we have it, sharing service. Okay, so I want to know whether or not people are sharing by copying or pasting to Facebook Messenger, to mail or WhatsApp, in order to understand how I should format my call to action in the video. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what's this sharing service it's called. So we go in here, we go sharing service, and then we go in the metric. We're gonna have share video shares. Put this here, and we're gonna go into the styling options, and I'm gonna make this red so that we understand that it's YouTube, and like that. Now we have it. Most people copy and paste, then it's WhatsApp, then it's other. So that's nice to know. Here we have a look at the video title for the most shared videos. In conversion there, we look at shares again, but we put them together with views and average views. We put some more of these different charts up here, scorecards. And yeah, that's about it. I will share this with you so that you can build your own looking like this. I will develop this over time. Thursday we're gonna add Facebook, and that is a bit of a tricky thingy because it has you have to pull the data through a Google Sheet. Alright, so if you like that, if you like that video, I know it was long, but if you liked it, then what you should do is you hit the like button. Just go ahead and hit it. Share this with a friend, like copy the URL up here, and then you send it in an email to a friend and say this was good. Or you know, just leave it be. Do whatever you want, do whatever you feel like, because in the end, I'm just doing this because it's so much fun. You guys are gonna do it because you're gonna watch it because it's important to you, or I've just wasted your time. So have a good day. Bye bye.